One person described last night as feeling like a big hug. And you thank you. You needed it. But we cannot forget that there is hate in Lancaster. We know the KKK is here. We know they're white supremacists. That's recent. We need your support to fight that the city safe as well. It may not be as easy as showing up on a cold night, but we need your support. Will you tweet? Make your voices heard. Not right. I didn't mean this minute. Make your voices heard in the forum where you see the hate. It's online, reporting, respond. In a newspaper, write a letter to the editor. Fight that hate where you see it. We need your support. We're a minority. Jews are a minority in the world, let alone in Lancaster. We need your help. We need your help in fighting those who hate us and hate others. I need to thank staff of the City of Lancaster. Kate has been my angel. She was here with me all day on Saturday when we discovered the damage to the Menorah. She even fixed the zipper on my coat. As I said, she's my angel. Thank you, Lancaster. We so appreciate your support. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Ha'ulim Sameach? I'm trying. Thank you. I am absolutely thrilled to be standing here with Miriam and Rabbi Paskal in particular, but with all of Lancaster's Jewish community represented through a number of organizations. I think we all know who my mother was, and I very much grew up a student of the civil rights movement. And a lesson dearly learned from America's civil rights movement is that we have come as far as we have because of solidarity between African Americans and Latinos and Jews and Asians in America's urban centers throughout the Deep South, the Western United States, coast to coast. Truly, it is solidarity that has brought us to this point. And I am very proud to stand here as a representative of Lancaster City, because this year is a year when we are all being called upon to, as Miriam said, stand up against white nationalism, white supremacy, and specifically anti-Semitism. And we know that it exists in more places than we are comfortable admitting on a Monday night. We know that it is in some of our churches, some of our nonprofits, some of our businesses, our organizations, and we have an obligation, as so many have this year, to stand up and say no. This is indeed. Do not forget in our government, and in our first meeting in December, I will be asking the rest of council to join us and you in spirit by passing a resolution to condemn anti-Semitism and white nationalism as a matter of policy of the city of Lancaster. It is quite literally the least we can do. And so I hope that we will all take this opportunity to move beyond the performative, that we will take this opportunity to show up for one another, and specifically our Jewish friends and neighbors, I'm taking entirely too much time, but there is a friend of mine who said she wanted to come to this. She is Jewish, but she was anxious about making herself a target. We do not live in a community where anybody should feel unsafe practicing their faith and culture publicly. We are supposed to have already fought that fight. We are supposed to have already won that battle. And since this is ground we now have to retread, I hope that we can show up tonight, the next night, through the end of this beautiful festival, and every year forward until the end of time. And I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you so much for having me, Rabbi Miriam. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I want to remind everyone that we're here at the invitation of the city, and so to have the president of the city council speak to us means a great deal. And I want to thank Mayor Sirachi, who's here as well. I want to thank the state representatives Sterla and Menser, who are here with us tonight, and we look forward to seeing some of our other elected officials. Our elected officials understand that showing up at an event like this makes a very powerful statement about what we will and will not tolerate in our community. We had a wonderful outreach from the interfaith community. There will be a different church here every night, along with others who may choose to join. My understanding is that St. James Episcopal Church is here tonight. Thanks so much for being with us. Thanks so much for standing with us. So in ancient times, the Jews who fought for their freedom were known as the Maccabees. They were fighters. Except someone said, because Jews like playing with letters and words and things like that, if you take the 4 Hebrew letters that spell Maccabee, you get Mem, Kaf, Bet, Yud. And we're told that that stands for Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, God? We know that God fought with us then. We know that God will fight with us against hatred today. We need individuals, we need people to speak up, and we need to know that we're doing what God would want from us, to fight for the end of hate. Ismail spoke about his mom. She used to teach a seminar at Millersville University, and the subject was hate. An entire semester seminar on the subject of hate. We know that all too well. We're here tonight, we're here throughout the holiday, we're here well beyond to let everyone know that if you are a victim of hate, we stand with you. That's our message. And that's what we want to make sure everyone comes away with tonight, understanding. So this is the time where people start shivering. But I want to make one more point before we light the candles and sing a little bit. What we have here is a model menorah. If it were an actual menorah, we would be able to take this tallest candle and use it to light all the others. If you're counting and you're not familiar with the holiday, you counted to 9 and you said, I thought there were only 8 days of Hanukkah. This candle has an important role. In Hebrew, it is called the shamash, or the shamas. And we would take it and use that one to light all of the others. So my question for you tonight, who here is going to be a shamash? Who here tonight is going to stand up and help others light the flame of freedom, of reconciliation? Light the flame that says that we don't tolerate hate, that we're going to bring light into every dark space. It is a symbol. But what does it mean to be that shamash? What does that mean to be the servant that lights the way for others, that lights the way for a community? That's why we're here standing in the cold tonight. That's why we come out to speak up. That's why we now join in blessing the holiday. Two blessings tonight. The first tells us that God commanded us to light these Hanukkah candles. The second one reminds us of the miracles that God performed for us in ancient times. Becky. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשה ניסים אבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. You know, the question about how you're going to be a shamash wasn't a rhetorical one. I would love to hear people post and see you post on websites and on Facebook your commitment to be a shamash, to be that servant that brings light. Let's sing a little bit. Ba'azu Yeshuati L'chana L'shabeach Tikon Tefilati B'sham Toda Nizabeach Le'tachim Matbeach Mitzar Hamnabeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Chanukah Tamizbeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Chanukah Tamizbeach Mi Yimalel Gvurot Yisrael Otam Mihimnem Hein B'chol Dor Yakum Hagibor Goel Ha'am Shema Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh Maccabim Moshia Ufodem Uvyameinu Kol Am Yisrael Yitached Yakum Lehegael Mi Yimalel Gvurot Yisrael Otan Mi Yimnem Hein B'chol Dor Yakum Hagibor Goel Ha'am. And if we're ready to be just a little bit silly, it never hurts. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. It has a lovely body, with legs so short and thin, and when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. My dreidel is so playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. Thanks everyone once again, thanks for being here. Chag Sameach, have a wonderful evening, and let me just turn this back over to Miriam.
There are dreidels in the bowl on the table, and there is Hanukkah dough.
You too, tell Carol I said that.
Chocolate. Need I say more? Chocolate
I know, because
in the other green bowl from the city. Thank you, Chag Sameach to all.